Hey guys, long time no see. Name's Steve here, and I'm back with an Organising Your Bank with Commentary Part 2. I just checked my old channel. I don't actually use that channel anymore. So if you're watching this on One Fun Home 1, please check the link in the description. You'll find my new channel. Well, this will also be uploaded and future videos will be uploaded. Anyway, let's go on with this. So, I checked my old video and it has over 10k views. Now that is amazing, but the video is outdated now. You watch it, the graphics, the style, everything, you know. Sorry. Everything's just outdated and old-fashioned, so we're going to need to find a way to... We're going to try and organize a new bank. So, here we go. I'm not going to be showing multiple types of banks, I'm just going to show you my personal preference for a bank. The reason for this is just simply that I don't necessarily believe that you need to have every single item in one tab. You don't need to have 1,000 different layouts. I am a skiller slash PVMer, so obviously my bank is going to be mainly skilling based with a mixture of PVM mixed into it. So the top part of my bank is going to be it's just going to be my skilling supplies. No different way, nothing special, just skilling supplies. The reason for this obviously is that when I could do skilling, or when I'm trying to teleport, I want everything right here. I don't want to have to go through 10 different tabs trying to find what I need. I just want to come in here, click, 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 done and gone. The main part of the most important part about being the skiller is efficiency, especially when I'm trying to compete for a decently high rank at the minute, which, although is going to be very difficult, is not impossible if I maintain a decent efficiency level, I guess you could say. So this is the first tab of my bank. I'm only having 2 tabs, possibly 3 if necessary, but I'm going to try and stick it down to as little as possible. Scrolling, you'll find, is a lot easier. It's exactly the same as clicking, apart from, you know, we're not going to have 350 items. We're going to barely have over 200, I'd say, by the end of this video. So we've got the initial start of our banking. We've got the runes, we've got the glories, and we've got the tabs. Now, a lot of this bank you might see familiar if you watch the same kind of people I do, but this is a bank combined from many different people, many different views, many different styles that I've adapted to make it work for me. Okay, so we're just going to check through the bank and see if we have any more tabs left. We do not. Okay then. Okay, we are going to need something to fill up this bottom row. Now what I normally do is I use tabs to come out to here. Sorry, not what I normally do, what I want to do. And then I want to use scrolls to bring the rest of it out. You have 6 scrolls, 2 tabs, which means I need 2 more tabs in order to accomplish my goal. Now, I have every tab I currently need, so all I'll be using is extra tabs. We don't really want to waste the space. We don't really want to have to stick something here, buy extra stuff just because we need it. We don't really need your nil tabs, but I do find them helpful for clue scrolls, and also if I ever lose my RDK 3. So we're going to keep them, and we are going to try and work out a way. Now for anyone that does farming regularly, because I'm trying to go for 90 farming at the minute, which is why I have a whole farming section prepared. Set your tabs up for farm runs. I have Varrock, Falador, Lumbridge, Tavali and Brimhaven tabs all right there, and then I have my teleport crystals right there as well. So for me, when I come into the farm run, where's the other scroll? There it is. That would normally be at the end of my list, so I just go dumb teleport. All my teleports, and all I have to do is go here, grab my saplings, too many of them, grab my secondaries, and you're gone. You see? Efficiency. But obviously we're going to be moving my farm and stuff. It's not going to be in there because I don't like switching between tabs. It's laggy, annoying and boring. So we've got the first little bit of our bank done. Now we do have to decide what we're doing up here, but the most important thing right now is trying to fit everything in place. We can work out the smaller details afterwards. You just want to make sure that everything fits. Okay, so we need to find 4 items to go right here. We don't technically need 4, we could do it with 5 because we have bandit cap teleports. We don't need them. So I'm thinking we could do is we could put the urns there. If we put our urns just there, then we had enough room to do that. Obviously 5 urns, 5 scrolls, put scrolls there so I could even set up so my teleports were right there. So let's try that. Okay, this is where we hit a snag. We do have to fill in this gap here. Now normally, if I'm looking to fill in the space, I'd find something around it that could be increased in number, but we're trying to keep as much bank space as we can currently. So I would say the most efficient thing to have up here is something that I use very, very commonly, something that I use almost, I'd say every day to every other day, that I would need to get out quickly no matter what kind of situation I'm in. So if we take a quick look through the bank, we don't want armor in there because that would just be a waste of space. We don't want summoning stuff yet because we have no need for summoning stuff every day. We could put some farming stuff here, but I already have an idea about that. So what could we do? We could add another section. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we are going to add another small section, not a huge one, not anything amazingly special, just another little section. Okay, we have combat bracelets. Okay, very simple, very common, nothing special, nothing amazing. The reason why I am putting these in here is for the simple fact of all my teleports are currently in here. So instead of actually doing the bank like the way I'm thinking of doing it, I could do this. Now forget about these 2 spots here. If this works, we'll find something to fit in there later. There's no point investing money into an item when you're not sure. Okay, we could just do that right there. So completely cut out the next row and have all teleports right there. The reason I'd have my teleport crystals there is just for the sheer fact of I think it looks a bit nicer than having the tiniest item at the bottom. I could put them up at the top and have my teleport crystals up here, so it'd be like this instead of that, which doesn't actually look too bad. Yeah, so I think we'll leave our bank like this. I think that looks good. We're going to need to find something more to do with bracelets. Okay, we have our ring of wealths, and these are Dragstone ring that were given to me by, one was made by me and I made one for my girlfriend, and she made one herself and gave another one to me. So we each have 2 completely gotten Dragstones were from drops, and everything was collected, you know, it was all from scratch. So okay, seeing as we're I'm just explaining why that's not a ring of wealth. It doesn't really matter if my ring of wealth's run out. I never used them. I've just kind of collected them. I don't really know how. So let's get 2 more bracelets in here. So off the top of my head, I can think that we could use a Ferenthrony bracelet. I think that's how you pronounce it for the Revs dungeon. As I said, I do like to PVM, and Revs are a kind of PVM monster. So if we were to do that, we could easily fill up another space. Also, we could use a Castle Wars bracelet. I do want to try and get Battle Mage robes, and obviously I'm going to need some Castle Wars bracelets, and we'll do that. So let's try this. Let's just check, make sure I have none in the bank firstly, actually. Brace. Nope. Okay. There we go. We're going to buy just 2 to start off with. I'm going to bump the price up because we want them to buy right now. This isn't a patient thing. If I was buying it in large quantities, then I'd be, you know, sticking it in there for mid and then waiting for it to buy. But unfortunately, we don't have that kind of time limit. So we're just going to jack the price up quite a decent bit. And there you go. We have both our bracelets. I'm trying to buy an onyx ring eye for 5% above mid. I would like to get the imbued rings, and if I got that, it'd probably push me to get them. That's the only reason I'm buying it. I don't like the look of archers, seers, and that. I think they all look gay. I like the look of onyx rings. I think that looks nice. I think that looks very sharp and snazzy. Now we do have a problem where we can't fit my Remington tablets in here, but in all honesty, I don't really need them. For the sheer fact of I can make them anytime I want, and I never ever really go to Remington. So we're going to take out the Yanil tabs and these tabs. We are going to see what tab we need least here. Okay, so we are going to get rid of the Phoenix Layer teleport in space for the Norada teleport. Phoenix Layer is not hard to get to, or you go to very rarely. However, the Norada teleport, if you were doing a clue scroll, you could have to go there very commonly, or if there are a new desert quest, or many reasons you need to go into the desert for some reason. So it's a very good way. It's more efficient and more of a chance of needing them. So there you go. Now we're going to just stick these in the GE because I know they don't sell very well. I'm just going to drop them down a ton. I honestly have no care for them. Drop them down a little bit. Now the great thing about this is we also get some house tab back, so I can repair these tablets to get some more house tabs, which I'm desperately needing. I'm not going to be stocking up in this video, unfortunately. I don't like to show my full wealth. I'm not anywhere near rich or anything of the sort. Oops, see, my bad. I don't think you could hear that, but I played a bit of music and it screamed at me practically. Okay, so we have the top section of the bank done. I think that looks very nice. I think that looks very sharp and very snazzy. I'm watching way too much How I Met Your Mother? No. Big Bang Theory. Snazzy, yes. Okay. I like that. When I open my bank, seeing that is going to make me want to skill, because it's going to be every teleports right into access. Now, after teleports, purely for efficiency, I am going to put my farming supplies. Now, my farming supplies are very awkwardly done at the minute, from the sense that there's a lot of spaces to be filled in here, but nothing to really fill it in with. Okay, I want all my seeds to go in a row. I want my vines to go there. I want my trees. Yes, I want my trees up there. As you can see, I've had this a similar layout to this for a while, but not what you are currently seeing. I should somewhere have a U seed. Yes, I do. There it is. Okay, then that can go over there, and we are missing. We have to give something up in order to fit in my super energy to make. I can't remember what they make, if I'm honest with you. Oh, recover specials, which I have absolutely no need for. So we are going to trade it for something else. Now the magical coin can, although you can stack it, I have no idea how to currently, so I'm going to not count as a stackable item. We are going to look over here. So, we need something in here that would be important in a farming tab. I know just the thing. Where there you are, my mask. Witch Doctor mask is obviously very important for farm runs. you need it to teleport just about anywhere. Or you need it to teleport to the Juju place. I could replace that with a Juju teleport bag, but seeing as I have 2 masks currently, I will keep it as that. If I change my mind in the future, then fair enough. Now, the most important way, or the best way to check, see if your tab is efficient, is to gear up for what the section is important for. So I'm dumping everything, I don't need this. So if I was doing a farm run, for example, okay, we would go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, go there, and we come here, we'd grab 5 maple saplings, so we go 5, 5, 6, we'd grab our oranges, we'd grab our watermelons, we'd grab our calquat, we'd grab our mask, and then we are done. Yes, we are done. If we're using runes, we're gonna need our runes, but that is an efficient way. Okay, so we've got all our stuff. We come into the tab, we go dirt, 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 done. Yep, efficient, effective. I'm happy. Okay, so we are going to collapse this tab into this one, and our bank is going to go like that. Now that may not be the nicest looking thing ever, the nicest transition. If you really are looking for a smooth transition, you can try and work off a lot of things. So this is what I'm going to do. Seeing as for this video's purposes, we are going to want a bit more of a smooth transition. We're going to want, it goes from a very thick, heavy, full spaces. If you know what a bank space is, you won't find an item that's the size of 4 squares. Everything has the same size. They're just all different shapes and sizes. You can see gloves isn't the same length as these, and that isn't the same angle, and all this. So you've got a big thick section that comes into a simple section. It doesn't quite flow perfectly, but there are a few things we can do to change that. If we really dislike that, we could turn these into flasks to thicken them up a little bit. We could get higher quantity of numbers in certain items. We could bulk up the amounts. We could do not a lot of things, but we could do a selection of things. Okay. Now, once we've done this, once we've got that sorted, so that's my daily farm run done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come down here, noted, oranges, watermelons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, done. That's my daily farm run geared for in 2-3 minutes. Nothing, no time at all. Obviously calquat is every now and then, but not every day. So that's the second section of our bank done. Now, so far we spent 18 minutes on the bank. Now, some people may think this isn't worth it. Why organize your bank such length? Because by doing this, saving myself 2 minutes every day from going da 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 da. Oh, is that everything I need? I think so. Yeah, that's everything I need going. But at that point, I could be in at my second trade. That's 2 minutes saved every day. Now, if you just do this week, that's 14 minutes. So we've spent 18 minutes already. So in a week, we would have made back the time we've just lost. Now, if you're really efficient, like super efficient, and you know ins and out of RuneScape and everything you do, you won't need to do this. You won't even need to be watching this video. So fair enough to you. Congratulations. You do not need to be watching this video if you're that good at RuneScape. Now we're going to move on to the summoning section. The summoning section can be quite tricky. The way I like to organize my summoning section is it's similar to the way my person I watch does it, but it's different in its own right. Okay, that probably made no sense to half the people watching this video, but you'll see in a second. Okay, first off, I like to put the supplies I use to make pouches there. I like to put the charms next to them. I like to put scrolls in the middle and then put charms there. Okay. Now this is 1 second, I need to sneeze.
Okay, sorry about that. Anyone that knows who I'm copying or who I'm trying to, I guess you could say similar, similar, whatever. Oh, what the hell is the word? Simulate or whatever. Um, you'll know that this pretty much is what he does, but I do it in a different way. Whereas next to the charms, he puts the pouch they create. I put next to the charms my skilling pouches, my most important skilling pouches. Now, this for me is my Arctic Bear, my Lava Titans, my Granite Lobsters, and my Bunyips. Hunter, mining, fishing, and thieving. Okay? Very simple, very easy, very effective to remember. Nothing hard, nothing suspicious, nothing dangerous. No reason to call the police and get me arrested. I don't honestly know why I said that. I am just a freak. So yeah, you have that there. You put that there. Now a lot of these pouches will be disappearing, so a lot of them were just to fill in my tab, which you never really want to do. You never just want to have something there, just have it there. Especially with expensive stuff like pouches, and that isn't so bad. But when you start getting into the ridiculously expensive stuff, that's when it start go. That's when you have to start thinking, okay, this is a bit childish now. If you can't organize your bank to a point where you don't need, 20 bill worth of crap just to make it look nice, then you're doing something wrong. You need to grow up just a little bit and start realizing you don't need to show off your bank to yourself every time you log into the game. Now, the problem with this tab at the minute is we can't just fill it in. We can't just decide to throw everything in here and done. We can't throw everything in position each piece. There's not enough room. So we're going to take out some items we're going to add in. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't really like the look of most skilling supplies. I don't. I like the look of urns because they're nice, big, and filling. I don't mind the look of logs and raw foods, but I definitely don't like the look of planks and all that, all this kind of stuff. So I probably won't be keeping a lot of this stuff after I've organised my bank. So what we're going to do is we are going to throw in my urns, for one. For anyone under the misconception of that, you need to have the empty urns as well, otherwise it doesn't look right, it doesn't look smart. Just shut up. um, if if you buy 100 urns and you don't make them into the usable ones, why the hell do you have 100 empty urns in your bank anyway? If someone's bought enough urns to get 200 mil fishing with, fair enough if they fill them every time before a run. But I mean, any standard player is just going to buy the urns they need for that trip or that day, or a couple hundred urns at a time, like I do. I have 329 mining, 100. I have over 100 of each because I'm not going to use these. This will collect all silvers when I die. Okay then. Yeah, so you don't need all of this amazing stuff. You don't need anything special. If there's something you can have like shards and pouches, for example, you need them in your bank for the sheer fact of if you buy too many, or if you stocking up for summoning, or if you're waiting to train the skill, you don't want to have to be running around trying to buy the pouches. You rather just withdraw them from your bank, done and go. It's just being, I say smart loosely, it's just being smart. No real scientific way, or scientific. There's no real way that you need to explain it. You don't keep useless crap for the fact that it just wastes your money, and you don't keep pointless stuff for the sheer fact it wastes your money again. Anyway, okay. Now, looking at what I just did in that tab, I just withdrew magic lost, didn't I? I don't know. I fish rocktails. I do. I also fish monkfish, and I fish sharks. So we're gonna buy all of this food in raw. Now, obviously, you can't buy raw tuna potatoes. You can't. It doesn't work like that. If it did, people would have a field day. But you can buy a different type of potato. So we can have a look through the G. We're gonna buy raw sharks first, and we're going to see exactly what kind of potatoes this game has. Now, I already know what potato I'm buying. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing anything in this video that I don't already know. Okay, we don't need raw potatoes. That's pointless to us. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, sorry, I said nope to the wrong one. Yes, chili potatoes. Get them commonly from a Joppa's Bandos, which means if I ever went to Bandos, I wouldn't want to be sat around there for 20 minutes or having to drop these or eat them on my way to the bank just because I can't bother to bank them. So we're going to take some of them, we're going to buy some of them. They're needed and it helps fill in the bank space. I wouldn't buy them if I didn't need to fill in the space, and I do need to fill in the space, and it is a form of food. It's I'm so out of it today. It's similar. That's the one. It's similar to something else we need. We're also going to buy summer pies. This is for agility. We're going to crank them up quite a bit because I just want them to buy. As you can see, I'm 86 agility, which means that would get me to 91. We're also going to buy some raw summer pies for cooking. If I ever get to the point where I have a lot of money, which a lot of money to me is 250 mil plus. Now, to a lot of people, you may be thinking, seriously, that's it, that's a lot of money to you. Yeah, 250 mil plus to me is a lot of money. I have, well, what I have right now, which is nowhere near 250 mil, is more than enough for me. I'm not making money, I'm not attempting to make money, I'm not doing anything, you know, I'm just enjoying the game because I don't need all that money. Not because I'm broke or because I can't make money, you know, I'm 84th dungeoneering, I'll be 85 within a day or two. I could easily camp Frost Dragons for a ridiculous amount of hours, get an insane amount of charms, and I'll be done and dusted and on my way to the next next skill I need to get to whatever level I need to get. However, okay, this is where it gets kind of complicated. Now, I know from experience I very rarely, but lately I have been using Terrorbird and Fruit Bat. Now, the Terrorbird I've been using because I've been taking a part in a lot of games. Not the Gilnor games, but games such as... So give me... Okay, sorry about that. I went and got a drink and I am back. As I was saying, sorry, I've been talking for over an hour now and it does start straining your voice. Well, no, sorry, almost half an hour. So I've been using these a lot lately for Tyrus runs because I've been taking in, playing hide and seek. Normally isn't for items or money, it's just something fun to do, you know, if you've got... Oh my god, I'm gonna seriously go ape in a second over my throat. If you've got spare time, you've got 10 minutes free, you've got anything to really do for... You know, if you've got nothing to do for a little while, you just want to break, you know, especially if you really hardcore a skill for too long, then you just want to be able to lay back and relax. So I use them for that. Fruit bats are just if I ever decide to do DKs. You'll see me here buying meerkat pouches. I needed a pouch to fill in the space, and I love the look of these meerkat pouches. I do. I really love the look of them. They are... I had almost 100k scrolls stockpiled in my bank a little while ago, and I was trying to save up and eventually get 10 million of them. I was trying to collect them, and then I watched one of Castle Wars video, and he already had 100k stocked up, and I thought if I start stocking them, people are just going to think I'm copying. And as much as I don't care what people think, I don't want to be flamed or hated on just for a stupid reason like that. So I decided, let's just dump them and I'll try and find something else. Now, because I am British, I would like to hoard tea, but someone's doing that as well. A couple of people are actually doing that, so that's unfortunate, but you got to live with it. So this is the next section. Some of you may be wondering why I'm going from farming into summoning. Why am I not going from teleports into farming, into skilling. Well, the reason for that is quite simple. Summoning section, pouches are the most important part of most skilling. I mean, for example, if you're doing mining, what are you going to care about more? You're going to care more about, you're already going to have your pickaxe equipped, you're already going to have your gear equipped, you're going to need your pouches. And my urn's already right there. You know, this is pretty much the most efficient way of doing this. I mean, if you're training cooking, there you go, done. Most efficient way. Go out your rocktails, you got your thing, done. There's no part of this bank that isn't completely thought through. This isn't a bank I've just randomly thrown together. Believe me, I've been researching this for a while. That's why my bank looks like complete poo. Apart from my potions tab, that's just so easy to do. It doesn't require a brain. So yeah, that's my section. The reason my eggs are there is because I do collect them. It does kind of flow well with the way the colours and that, and then it just comes down into this. The next section is going to be the skilling section. Now this is probably the last section of the bank, I'd say. You know, you don't really need much after this section. So we are going to try and come up with a nice looking skilling section. Now, this isn't as easy as it sounds, isn't as easy as just throwing a couple of items around, doing this and that, and I haven't actually found a decent skilling section I can adapt for myself. That's the unfortunate thing. But I have found a skilling section that I can work with. Now, the difference between adapting and working with is that adapting, I can just edit a couple of items. Working with means I have to pretty much completely overhaul it, but I have a basic structure that I can always fall back on. You know, there's a lot of times you'll start off with a tab like, say, my potions tab, and then you'll go, oh, I'll just do this, 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 and this, and this, and you go, no, I don't like that. You'll try and put it back to normal, but it just won't work. And that's the kind of scenario you don't want to get yourself into. If you get yourself into that kind of scenario, you know, you're just going to end up getting frustrated, annoyed, and your experience with that particular tab or that particular bank experience is not going to go well. And ultimately, it'll just make you give up and not want to train, not want to work on your bank, and that's unfortunate. I think way too many people get too emotional about their banks. You know, by far I'm one of them. I've always been someone who could never get the right looking bank. I mean, every bank video I've ever made has had different kind of look setups and tabs and everything in it. So it's very difficult. I completely agree with anyone that says it's just waste of time, but in order to not waste time, it's just something beneficial you can do. Now I would like to point out at this point that you can, if you really don't like the idea of having one long tab, you can split these up and put them in different tabs. You know, take this section, put it in a tab, take this section, put it in a tab. The only thing I will say though is it does look a lot different when they're separate. It does look very odd, you know, like you have this bit and then like you just got some random teleports underneath. It just looks a bit odd. Yeah, I know I've said that word twice now, but it does, it really does. Yeah, anyway, so we are going to try and sort something out here. Now I do have an idea right next to me of what I'm using. I can't obviously show it on screen because I don't want the person to be upset with me. If they're watching this video, they know who they are, because I'm not practically, but I'm very closely symbolizing their bank. I'm modifying quite a few things, but not enough that if they were upset, they would be like, oh, fair enough, he's doing this. They'd probably still be pretty pissed at me. But that's life. You know, if you got a good idea, someone's gonna use it. And I'm not making profit off these videos. I'm just trying to give back to the community. A little bit of entertainment. I know how much I need entertainment when I'm playing RuneScape, and I mean, anyone that's just watching this video while I'm doing a skill is a freaking genius. I mean, there's no really other way to put it. If you're sitting there and you're just watching this video while you're not actually doing your bank, then you're a bit silly. I'm not going to call you an idiot. Well, you kind of are, but I'm not going to call you it because, you know, I'm not an arse. well, kind of. Anyway, okay. Changing silence. Yeah. Next thing we've got to do is try and sort out this skilling tab, as I've said. The hardest part about trying to sort out skilling tab is it's very difficult to get everything in the right place. It's very difficult to differentiate the items. You know, I think I just said that in the completely the wrong term. I don't quite know why, but it just feels like that was completely the wrong thing to say. I don't know. I either look like an arse right now, or people going, what the fuck are you on about? Either way, I'm used to it. So, I know I just gave a long speech, you know, about you shouldn't put unfinished earns in your bank, but I'm going to. But, for the one point of, this is the before it's ready tab. It's not meant, whatever you're meant to put in here is just meant to be something if you need it, or if you're doing that particular skill. And I do craft my own urns, so it would be efficient and effective to have it just in there. So we're going to buy some soft clay, and I'm going to go make my own urns, as a matter of fact. I am making 4 urns, which is woodcutting, fishing, mining, and cooking. There you go, 8. Soft clay will buy momentarily, but while that's doing that, we are going to buy some other stuff. So we're going to need air orbs, because I create battle stars for XP, for crafting XP. They're very cheap at the minute. I'm going to buy some battle stars. Battle staff. We're actually going to buy 500 of these. Just while I do this video, so I have some XP to gain afterwards, because I'm wasting a lot of XP, and that will kind of catch up in the XP, kind of make me catch up. I mean, now I've never tried it, but I've always wanted to try and make jugs of wine. I think I probably did it for about 10k XP, but you know, that honestly isn't really anything. You know, 10k cooking XP, probably about not even 5 minutes work. You know, if cooking's, sorry, give me a sec. Sorry, I'm asthmatic, and they've just cut the grass outside my house, so it's getting into my nose a little bit. It's like making me wheeze. It's fucking annoying. You know. Anyway, so we're going to buy all this sugar. The reason you buy the jugs of wine first is because if they don't buy, just buy a couple of extra grapes and stuff. The price of all this has actually gone down dramatically. Like, it's quite insane, like how cheap this all is now. I remember once I tried to look it up, and it was like I think the jugs were like 500-600 each or something. No, the jugs were about 200 each, but then the grapes were, you know, like a couple of K each or something. It was quite pricey. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much XP they give each, but it's 1k per whatever. Obviously you get like 50 something GP back, but I don't really think anyone counts 50 GP as getting something back, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. Oh yeah, crap. 100 of my battle stars bought, and they're just sitting in the GE like, hello, take me out of the fucking GE, dickhead. It's like, no, never. Okay. We are now gonna put our ores in. The reason why is I spotted them and I thought, oh, let's put them in next. No amazing reason, and I put them in one thing too early. Okay. Anyone may have noticed that I don't do everything in, like, I don't like do one row, one row, one row. I make sure I'm doing it in sections. You know, I don't just wanna boom, 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 done. I wanna take my time with it. I wanna make sure that every detail. I like that. Look, magic logs I cut, U logs I cut, mahogany and teak logs I get while getting these logs, and then I turn mahogany logs into planks. Maple logs I connect, and that's for a money making method I do. No, there's nothing in there that's just in there for the hell of it. It's all in there for a reason. I need to go and turn these into the mining urns, but I'm not going to bore you with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause the video for a second. I'm just going to buy a couple more ores. I'm going to buy a few bits in the GE while talking to you a little bit about my channel and what you can expect to come. Now, to any of my friends watching this video, they've obviously seen I've been playing a lot of RuneScape lately. The main reason for that is I injured myself pretty severely. I had I can't really say I had pretty major surgery, but not really. I had double brain surgery. Don't believe me, don't care. I did, and I'm still very much recovering from that. I didn't like get shot or anything. I didn't, nothing like that. But seriously, you need to be fucking careful, like out in the big world, big wide world. Yeah, the slightest thing, like your head's such a fragile thing, you don't realise it until you're laying in a hospital bed, like what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I've been on RuneScape lately a lot for that, and I was off RuneScape for quite a long time because of it as well. I'm going to be off RuneScape from this Friday to next Friday because I'm going to be I'm on holiday, but I'll probably be able to log on here and there to Scape or something if I want to, or if I can be bothered. It will just really depend on how well or how badly, I guess you could say, holiday goes. Not going anywhere special. I'm not telling people where I go because, well, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going, to be honest. It's family vacation. I'm invited on. It was just kind of like, John Carm was like, okay, alright, cool, we'll pick you up here. I was like, cool, and then that was the end of it. I just got told what time to be ready and couldn't bother to ask anything after that. Yeah, so it should be nice. I know there's a beach there, and I know that I know that we are going to like some like events kind of thing. It should be interesting. Yeah, so that's the whole point of that. It should be interesting. Go bar. At very least, it should be an experience. I've been on holiday with the same people for the last couple of years, and every time we go, it's always fun. Sometimes it can be a bit draggy, or sometimes I go with my niece, who surprisingly is 13, 12, 13, something like that. And I'm 18 myself, so my brother is a fair few years older than me, but my family just seems to have a problem with reproducing. Well, my brother certainly does. Yeah, he's just hit 30, and he's on his third kid. No way you may think, well, that isn't old. I know, but he had his first one at 16, and he had his second one at, God knows what, 20 something. Anyway, yeah, so we got another bit done with our bank. We're going to buy a couple of little bits to go here. We're going to buy a lava battle staff, and we are going to buy another kind of battle staff, that steam battle staff. That's the one I want. So we can go lava. Sorry, I'm getting a bit bored now. I've been talking to myself 44 minutes. Look, 44 minutes. It's probably going to be speeded up, cut down, or something along the way. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so Steam battle staffs are expensive, but they're also very effective if you use them enough. Okay, you're not going to buy. Nope. I'm not actually. I think I've got a Mystic Mud staff in my bank. I better check actually. I bet it's gonna be a Mud Battle staff now. Yeah, Mud Battle staff. Lucky I didn't buy that. Okay, we're not gonna buy that. That's 500k. we are just going to buy. Oh, okay, a lag there. We're gonna buy a battle staff. Let's have a look what kind of battle staff they've got. I'm gonna do all battle staff. Yeah, let's just buy 2 of them. Why not? Only take up like 90% of my cash pile. Nothing major, you know. Nothing serious. We're gonna buy some water battle staffs when I go to War Fiends. I'm just trying to save up all my charms, trying to get 92. Unfortunately, I'm just being really lazy with collecting charms. I'd rather be skilling. I've been gaining decent XP rates the last few days. Well, the last week or so. Yesterday, I just could not be arsed with it. You know, it gets to that point where you're just like, I can't do this. I can't do it. Wow, they're cheap now. Yeah, if anyone wants to lend me 60 mil to get 99 Fletch in doing this, you know, hit me up. PM me on YouTube, you know, get featured in your own video, whatever. Donations, ruffle. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some adamants. Arrows? No, bolt tips. Yes, bolts. Just for the fact that I want to and I can, so I do these as well. As it all comes down to GP in the end. I was worth 300 something mil, but then I got 99 Herblore doing extremes and overloads. And then I got 99 range back when the chins were 2k each. And it was like 20 something k chins, so that was a good 40 odd mil gone. And then what else did I do? I did something that I can't think of right now. Brain fart. I can't actually remember what I did. Oh, crafting, yeah, I got a lot of crafting levels and I did that quite expensively and ended up draining about, well, probably only ended up draining like 150 mil of my bank, but then combined with a lot of other skills I've been training that just kind of nip away here and there, and then if you're not really if you're not really making cash back, then you're not going to get anywhere. Anyway, I am going to turn these into urns, and I will see you in 2 minutes. Peace. Okay, guys, so I realised I forgot that each urn takes 2 soft clay to make. So I had to run all the way back to the GE, buy another 4 clay, and run all the way back to Barbarian Outpost. Oh well, it's all done now. As you can see, I've also added a couple little bits. I bought a collection of staffs from Zaf, just so I have every possible kind of staff now. And also, I need to fill in a couple of spots, so I bought a couple of duplicates, as you can see. But this one down, these 2 down here are mainly drops. These are the ones you're actually going to use. Okay, now as you can see, I have mainly finished. There's only one more item left to buy, which will be my element bolt unfinished. Now since they're not buying, and I am very, very impatient, I am just going to go adamant, and I'm just going to make 10, just to get this bit done with. Seeing as the video is 48 minutes long, I am not going to bore you all by going through another massive section of the bank, so we are going to finish off this video after I've added in this bit, done a couple little tweaks. I will then end this video and I will process it, render it and upload it, which is probably going to take the rest of my life, so I'll probably be dead by the time you're seeing this. So yeah, you all killed me, sons of bitches. No, hopefully it should be alright. I am using a new laptop after all, so we can hope. Go. Now, let's go into the bank, let's bank that. Now obviously we have a ton of crap down here that we don't really want right now. So, okay. Now we're just going to go over everything we're using. We currently have our fletching supplies. Cool. We have all the urns we need to make, or we're going to be making into unfinished urns. Cool. all staff, so we can use any teleport, or if we need to do anything requiring elemental runes, we have it there. Cool. We have our lantern for light source and cemented demons. Yep. Mud battle staff for general farm runs. Drops. Yep. We have all the ores in the game. Well, we have all the ores we need for if we ever do anything that requires ores. Bit dodgy there, but again, it's mainly just you need more than just, I can't just put 2 in there and then have the rest of the spaces empty. All the bars we're going to need again. There will come a time where you will need a certain amount of these. Rune pickaxe, because I'm not rich enough to afford a dragon pickaxe. Dragon hatchet, because I am rich enough to afford a dragon hatchet, but I'll probably sell them just buy a rune hatchet because I'm cheap. All I can actually do, if it will work, which I doubt it will because Jagex hate me. Blah, 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 blah. Not bad. And if I put that like that, yeah, I like that. Cool. Crafting battle staves, unlikely, but for crafting thing, yeah. All the logs I cut, yeah, and all the planks I can need for when I upgrade my house, yeah. So nothing in there I can see a good reason that I don't need. Obviously, as you do at the end of every section, you take out all the crap you've added in here that you no longer need. Anyone asking why I have 5 ferroset, by the way, I bought 3 and got a couple of drops, so I'm quite lucky with ferroceptors at the minute. I'm a very low, compared to what I should be, I'm very low thieving level. I should run a skills that I've never been able to be arsed with, so it's my own fault, but it will be getting up soon. I already started training up. I should be 91, but I should be in the 90s by the end of the month. Okay. So this is a section without thing. Yes, I do like that. Okay, collapse. So this is our bank. Okay, so it's gone from all those messy tabs to this. This is what all those messy tabs have combined to make. Now, if you really don't like certain things, you can make tweaks. Obviously, it will slow down efficiency, but overall, it doesn't really matter. If you really want to, you could move this under here, so you'd go from teleports to summoning supplies to farming, and then down to this, or you can even do farming underneath this. So you just have to go like that, and then you just scroll straight down to the bottom, and it isn't too bad of an idea, but again, still a bit of an XP waste for me, and I don't like that. Okay. So the final thing we need to do is there's a few items in here we still need to slip in somewhere. Yes, I said slip in. Yeah, okay. Raw chickens you no longer need. Bananas I don't need. Apatol is so easy to get to, we don't need them. Gregories, however, we do need them. Now whether we like it or not, there's some items in this game that you're always going to need. Now I don't need bodies or mind runes. I can't think of any reason why I would need them. And if I do, I will have to rethink this entire plan. But as of right now, that doesn't look too horrible. So we're just going to stick them in there and throw these in here. Next, just in case you're wondering, this is staying like this. I don't put my potions in here. A lot of people do, but it's just too much like that. It's a whole 6 rows of just things. That's not, it's not anything that would be any use to me. It's not anything to think. However, you could, if you organise your bank in a slightly different way, if you put your skilling stuff down here, you could put your flask down there, and then it would use your 6 doses or your 4 doses, obviously, if you don't use flasks. There you go. Teleports, it would go summoning, it would go flask, it would go farming, then skilling, and so on and so forth. Again, that's your choice. I might do it that way if I decide to flip bank around just a little bit, just in case I get tired of seeing all this crap, because when you go through your bank, you don't generally always scroll down to the bottom. If you do, you normally just go plop anyway. I can already tell exactly where the bottom of my bank is at the minute. So yeah. Okay. We also have a cramulet. Oh, I completely forgot about my cramulet. That does need a place somewhere in this bank. Oh, well. I have an ads. There you go. You have to make sacrifices. That's way more important than a rune pickaxe is. And besides, my ads is more than good enough to vouch for a rune pickaxe. Okay. Bananas, don't need. Raw chicken, don't need. I charged polypot stuff. I think I had them stacked. Oh well. Yeah, don't need. These are all rings that are just different charges. Ferocious ring. I'll probably fit that in my melee tab somewhere, to be honest with you. Yeah, so we'll just leave them. That tab's fine. It's got a couple of bit crap down the bottom, but that's fine. This tab needs to be sorted out, but it's not. It needs to be sorted out into treasure trail stuff, and then the rest needs to get rid of. And this is my combat stuff that needs to out, but there's quite a lot of skin and stuff in it I no longer need. We're going to sell all of them. We're going to sell 2 of them because we have 3. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to get rid of them. We'll stop this video at 1 hour regardless, not whether I'm done selling all this stuff. Just for anyone that's wondering how long this video will be, it will be approximately an hour. I might keep them if I can find like somewhere just to slip them in. I don't really use Juju Flask often. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we'll just stick them in there for a minute. Okay, sorry. I started talking to myself then. I don't use Juju Flask normally. I think I made them for when I was gonna hardcore Juju mine, and that hasn't quite happened yet. So I'm gonna power it to 90 very soon. Just haven't quite got around to it. Yeah, let's just check through. We don't need emerald bolts. We don't need ruby bolts. We don't need diamond bolts. We don't need dragon bolts. We don't need those. We don't need those. We don't need those, or those. We don't need those. And don't worry about why I have kind of this random stuff in here. I have perfectly good reasons for it all. And if you like this video enough, or give me good enough feedback on this video, you'll find out next section why I have all this stuff that I do have. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of this section. That is the end of this section. The only thing you got to do is throw in all the unstackable stuff, like your extra teleports, your rings, your uncharged stuff, your all the kind of stuff you can't stack pretty much. That's the general idea of this bank. If you can stack it, it goes in there. Just throw some stuff in so people can kind of see. And anyone's wondering, I do have 2 effigies. I don't know how I got so lucky. I was killing something yesterday. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Thinking. No idea. I was killing something yesterday anyway, and I got lucky enough to get that as a drop, and I was like very excited and happy about it. So yeah, I got one ages ago. I don't really PVM that much. Like, I don't think I killed things anywhere near enough to vouch for getting a second thingy, a second effigy. 1, fair enough. 2, no. So I'm actually going to try and see if I can get 5 effigies. Probably impossible, but I can't actually open them all, and I'm not getting rid of my effigies just for a better chance of getting more, because that's just a waste of the XP that's in there. So yeah, anyway, just keep throwing all the stuff all the stuff you can't stack in there. Just keep throwing it in. As for my ferro sets, by the way, I'm not stacking them. Reason I'm only keeping so many for actual skilling. Once I'm done with Pyramid Plunder, all but one will be sold, so doesn't need a permanent place in my bank. Everything here you will be using at one point or another, and sorry, I'll just be collecting them. So yeah, alright, my voice is about to die. We have 27 seconds left of this video. I am almost finished with throwing all my stuff in here. I need to kind of step it up a little bit though. I think I might have frozen. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's just Jagex is amazing servers. Anyway, this video has been 1 hour long. This has been me organise my bank from scratch to finish. So here you go, quick run through, and we are done. Peace out, guys.